Hey guys, today's going to be just another mixed review day for our MLQ, so let's go ahead and get to it. Make sure that all these examples are written down on your notes page. Alright, so my first one. Is 4, -2 a solution to the systems? Again, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug in my values into my equations to see if both sides equal the same thing. That would be a solution. So again, 4 is my x value, -2 is my y value. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in. Let's try our first equation. So I have 7 times 4 minus 5 times -2 equals 38. Now remember, for this equation to be true, 38 has to equal 38 on both sides. And again, all I did there was I plugged in 4 and -2 for my variables. 7 times 4 is 28, and -5 times -2 is positive 10, and 28 plus 10 gives me 38, and since both sides equal the same thing, this coordinate pair works for that equation. Now I need to see if it works for my second equation. Alright, so again, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug in my coordinates for my second equation. 2 times 4 plus 10 times -2 equals -12. And again, I want -12 to equal -12 for this equation to be true. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times -2 is going to give me -20 equals -12. 8 minus 20 is going to leave me with -12. And since both sides equal the same thing, yes, 4, -2 is a solution to this systems. Let's do another example. Alright, determine if the coordinates are a function. Whenever I see coordinates like this, I always want to make an XY table and just fill it in. That way I can see my information a little clearer. Okay, now that it's in my XY table, in order for it to be a function, I just have to look and see, do any of my X values repeat? -2 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7. None of my X values repeat, which means every X value has only one Y value, so yes, this is a function. That's an easy one. Let's do another one. Determine if the following coordinates represent a function. Well, again, let's make our little table. X and Y. -4, 5, -10, -6, -4 and 12, 5 and 11, 6 and 12. Alright, so again, I'm going to look through and see if any of my X values repeat. And immediately I see that my -4s repeat. So this table is not a function because where X is -4, there is more than one Y value, which means it is not a function. Alright, let's do one more example. Alright, which has the greater rate of change? So I have two scenarios here. Scenario 1 and Scenario 2. Scenario 1 is my equation, y equals 2x plus 20. In order to compare this graph and this equation, I need to write an equation for my graph. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my y-intercept. And I look at my graph and I see I have a y-intercept of 10. I'm going to find my next clear point, which comes at 20 and 1. So I see that I'm going to rise 10 and run 1. Rise 10, run 1. That's going to give me a slope of 10. So my equation is y equals 10x plus 10. So which scenario has the greater rate of change? I'm looking for the scenario that has the greater slope, which means it has the greater rate of change. So I look and I see that scenario 1 has a greater rate of change because 12 is larger than 10, which means that the equation for scenario 1 is increasing at a much faster rate. Alright guys, we're going to have tons and tons and tons of just mixed review on practice. Take it super seriously and let's crush our MLQ. Can't wait to get started.